Welcome. Please, if you are coming, share, like. I'm trying to share in my own platform. Welcome. Please, as you are coming, share. I'm trying to share it with my own device. So today we are going to talk about signs of implantation. I'm waiting for people to come before I continue. I'm waiting for people to come before. We are going to be looking into, if you are watching from TikTok, welcome. If you are watching from YouTube, welcome. If you are watching from Facebook, welcome. Only I have only 5 people from Facebook. Remember, we are almost 10. We must be 10 at least before I can continue. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that compliment. Thank you. So today, I don't know, did Facebook send notification? This one people are not coming. Of course, I'm seeing notification. So yesterday we talked about signs of ovulation, right? What did we talk about yesterday? So today, I've forgotten the topic yesterday. So today we are going to talk about how do you recognize implantation, signs of implantation. How do I know that implantation have taken place? This is what we are going to be looking into today. If you are coming from Facebook, please share. Sharing is very important to me. If you are watching from YouTube, please share. As you are sharing, many people will see it and they will come and join. If you are watching from TikTok, share as well. Sharing will not cost you anything. If you are watching from Facebook, YouTube, you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. So 6 people, please, people from Facebook, I want us to be 10 before I continue. So share so that other people will see the notification, they will come and learn, because today's topic is very important. This will mark the end of anything ovulation, implantation in women. So we are going to conclude it. If you have been following us ever since we are talking about implantation and ovulation, it's better you participate in today's video because you are going to learn a lot. So today we are going to be looking at how do you recognize, how do you know that implantation have taken place? How do you know that the fertilized egg has successfully implant itself in the uterine wall? So how do you know? Do you know that if you can be able to identify the signs of implantation, then you will be able to know that you are pregnant before your missed period. So we are going to be touching those things that will enable you to know that you are pregnant before a mixed period, or those things that will enable you to know that really the egg was fertilized and now it has implanted. So what you will be waiting for is your positive pregnancy test. 8 people from TikTok, 8 people from Facebook, one person from YouTube. Really? One person from TikTok. Okay, let's do it like that. I know that the time I'm doing this stream is odd time. It's because of my schedule. Maybe when people finish from work, they will come and watch it. So I have my sister Sarah is here. Sarah, you are welcome. I have Osas, precious Osas, you are welcome. I have Tabisile. Tabisile, you are welcome. I welcome everybody, even those that are not typing. You are welcome to this live. So if you were here yesterday, we talked about, I don't know can somebody remind me what we discussed yesterday? I think signs of ovulation, yeah. So we talked about signs of ovulation, and today we are going to be talking about signs of implantation. What signs will you see? You will know that implantation have taken place. What will I see in my body? And it will tell me that implantation has taken place. This thing is very, very important because sometimes it confuses people. Susie, good afternoon, ma. You aren't responding to my chat. um where are you writing me? If you are writing me message in messenger, it's a waste of time. I said it before, if you want me to respond to your message, write it in the comment of this video. Anybody writing me in messenger is wasting time because I don't open messenger. I cannot be responding. So if you are writing me in messenger, I cannot respond because I don't open my messenger. So today we are going to look at signs of implantation, or how to recognize implantation, or the symptoms of implantation. So now ovulation have taken place, the egg has been fertilized. What else? What next am I looking for? What next will happen? What next should I be expecting after ovulation? Now, what you are going, I know a lot of people do not know this. That is why I'm waiting for people to come so that I will explain it and they will know it. So, the sign of implantation, the number one sign of implantation is what is called implantation bleeding. When the egg fertilized, then the egg will travel to your fallopian tubes where it's going to implant itself. So if the estrogen were able to prepare the lining of your uterus very well, then the egg will implant successfully there. So when the egg implant, during this implantation time, like yesterday, I demonstrated to you guys how I felt with my second pregnancy. Even my first and second pregnancy, I experienced that implantation bleeding. Some people may see it, they will think it's their period that is about to come out. Now I want to tell you what will make you to know that this is implantation, this is not your period. Your period flows red, but when it comes to implantation bleeding is pink in color. It's pink in color. So, and it is not heavy, light spotting, and some last, like during my own, it can last for 1 or 2 hours. Some people, their own may last for a day. Some people, it may last for 2 days, but it mustn't be real bleeding. It must not be bleeding. It must not be heavy bleeding. It must be spotting. Sometimes spotting, when you are spotting, is a sign of a miscarriage, but the implantation sign, let me show you people what implantation bleeding looks like. I think I have my this thing here. I'm coming. I'm trying to get the picture of implantation bleeding, how it looks like, so that when you see it you will recognize it. So I'm going to show you the picture of implantation bleeding, how it looks like. Oh, why did you go out? I'm coming. I just use my hand to remove it. So this is how it looks like. I don't know if you people can see it. Can you see it? People from Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. See, this is, I don't know how I can hold this in so that, can you people see it? You see, let me look for single one. Yes, this is the way implantation bleeding looks like. Pink in color. Pink in color. Whenever you see this thing after your ovulation, this is not your period. This is called implantation bleeding. It simply means that the egg has been implanted. Sometimes it will look like this. Look at it. After your ovulation, if you go to the toilet and you see something like this, you see something like this, and like this is called implantation bleeding. And this thing happens 8 to 12 days after ovulation. This is it. Oh. This is it. Some may be light like this, pink, pink, pink. So after your ovulation, if you experience something like this, you know that you are about to welcome a baby. And until this thing happens, that is when you will say that you are pregnant. Until you see something like this, without this, not a must. Yes, I have to clear this. It's not a must that everybody will see it. Some people, they don't see this. It's not in all my pregnancy that I see the implantation bleeding, but some people it's a must. My two pregnancies I saw this. So um it's not a must that you must see it, so that I know some people now, they will go and be disturbing their brain when they didn't see it. They say, they say before I become pregnant I must see implantation bleeding. I'm not seeing it, which means it's a lie. Our body differs. Some people sef, when they become pregnant, even these pregnancy symptoms, they don't even notice it. Some people, when they become pregnant, they will be very strong, very active. But somebody like me, when I'm pregnant for 4 months, I'm not seeing myself. I don't get myself. I'll be vomiting, all sort of things. Pregnancy is not always easy for me. But some people, many people I know, when they become pregnant, they do their normal activities. It doesn't affect them. But me, when I'm pregnant, it touches me to the bone, to the bone. Not so. That is the same thing that is applicable to this implantation bleeding. Some women don't see it. Some, in fact, when they are pregnant, if they see blood, it's miscarriage. Why some see it? Mine, I saw them. The first time I was my first pregnancy, I I saw it. I That was when I came to Germany newly. So because I'm a Catholic, I like praying. I like going to the church all the time to pray. So because I just arrived here, I don't understand their language. I always feel bored at home. So I always go to church and pray. So that day I went to church to pray. I was praying. You know, I it looks like something. Then I wasn't, would I say that I wasn't expecting pregnancy. Somebody who just newly got married, you came here to meet your husband, after the fun now. So, but I wasn't. There's something like you are expecting, like somebody who want to conceive, you are expecting, you want to be pregnant. No, no, no. I was just going there to pray. So when I was praying, I became, I noticed some uncomfortable in my lower abdomen, you know all the signs. You see why this thing confuse some people. All the signs of your, please, 5 people from YouTube, like, only I'm seeing only 4, like, please share. Even if you don't want to commit, even if you are a witch, if you are my enemy, you want to come and learn what I'm teaching, at least you are learning. Like, share. So I started noticing all the signs that I noticed when my menstruation wants to come out. I said, this menstruation, must it be in this church that you want to come out? Now you want to come and stand my clothes. So after, because then I wasn't monitoring myself. Yes, if it were when I was monitoring myself, I would have noticed that it's an implantation, but I wasn't. Like I said, I wasn't monitoring anything. So I have to leave that place. I said, let me go now before my clothes will be stained. So I left from the church. So I got home. I went to the toilet, and I urinate. Normally when you feel that your period is about coming out, you will try to clean. So I went to the toilet, I clean, I saw the color. I said, does it mean that this is implantation? I said, okay, anyway, let me wait, because sometimes when my period wants to come out, it will not come out fully. It will come out small today, like spot. Maybe before the following morning, everything will come out. I said, okay, this might be my menstruation. Let me wait. So I was going to the toilet because I was feeling uncomfortable. I was feeling, I was like, if my period want to come out, let it come out so that I can put on my pad. I don't want my clothes to be stained, or when I stand up, my husband or anybody will say something. I hate that thing. So I was waiting for it to come. I went to the toilet again. I clean. I saw the last picture I showed you people. I was like, what is this? Is this implantation? I said, okay, let me wait. Since nothing is coming, let me wait. If you stem my pant, then I'll go and change it. So I waited, though nothing came again. The following day, and in the night, throughout that day, I was going to the toilet often. I was restless because I don't want anything to stem my clothes. I was restless. So until night, it didn't come out again, and then I confirmed that that was an implantation, bleeding. So after 2 days to 3 days of that test, so after that day I went to conduct pregnancy test. It shows me positive. If implantation takes place today, next tomorrow, if you conduct positive test, it will show you positive. But sometimes some people make mistake, because you have this belief that you will become pregnant this month. When mosquito bite you, you will say you have cramp. You will go and check when the time have not reached. That is why you need to know this now. You need to know this now. Implantation, follow my teachings. Even if you don't understand what I'm saying here in this live stream, after your leisure time, take time to listen to the video so that you will understand. If you follow these steps, it will work for you, it will help you, and you will understand your body very well. So after the ovulation, which is the release of matured egg, if the egg was able to fertilize by your husband's sperm, because sometimes somebody said, why is it that I am ovulating but I'm not getting pregnant? And I've been saying it, that pregnancy is a mystery, a process, a very long process. You might ovulate, yes, but what type of egg? Is your egg healthy? Did you release healthy egg? Is your husband's sperm strong? I said it yesterday, always include zinc and iron in your husband's sperm. This help in the motility of the sperm, that is, it help the sperm to swim fast, and also the quantity and the strength of the sperm. So if you ovulate, not every month you see a positive ovulation test, you will be um rejoicing that you will become pregnant. There are other factors. If you have low estrogen, high estrogen, you might not be pregnant. If you have if your if your progesterone that's supposed to support the implantation is not there, you will encounter many problems. So what am I trying to say? And again, for people who are just coming now, please share. 35 people, 36 people, please, I want to see 36. One good turn deserves another. Share, share, I beg you, share. When you share, you don't, do they collect anything from you? I don't know. Do Facebook charge anything when you share other people's video? I share many people's videos, so I don't know. I have not noticed anything they do. Please share, don't be stingy. You are learning. Share so that others can see it from your own platform and also learn. If you watch for YouTube, share. TikTok, share. So what I'm saying is that if you do not see implantation bleeding, do not worry. Don't stress your brain. Don't don't imagine that you are not pregnant. And if you ovulate, if you are sure that you ovulate and you are not becoming pregnant, which means there are other factors, there are other problems. Your husband need to go and check himself, because when his sperm count is low, it may affect. When your husband's sperm motility is poor, it's going to affect. That is why I said if you are up to 35 years old, try to, don't time sex, make love as possible as you can. So the number two things that can, like I said, number one sign or symptom of how to recognize implantation. If you have ovulated now, keep on watching yourself. When implantation happens, it gives you signs, but because you are not studying, you are not paying attention, your brain is so occupied. That is why you do not notice it. If your brain, even if you are not studying, your body is in okay. I told you my first experience. Then I wasn't paying attention to my body. I wasn't calculating, but I was able to identify that something is going on in my body. Why? Because my brain is relaxed. My brain is relaxed. If you look at me, I'm not a noisy person. I don't talk too much. The only place I talk too much is here. If you ask people that, I don't have friends here. The only place I talk too much is here. After here, I don't talk finish. Or when I want to talk with my husband or my parents, I don't talk. Some people talk too much. When you talk too much, your brain will be occupied. You will not pay attention. I would I say I am quiet, but not too quiet that you will shook your hand in my ears, my eyes. I will know. I am a quiet person. I meditate. Always meditate. When you meditate, you hear from God, you reason well. Anything that happens in your body, you know. But when your body is too noisy, what I mean by noisy, thoughts, you think, you talk to many people, some people answer. Do you know that this thing can affect you from getting pregnant? Every time you are on phone, as you are answering, it's connecting to your brain. Please always have time for phone. Always have time for phone. If you are the type of people that watch television from morning to night, limit it. Meditate. Meditation helps your brain. I know that I'm driven a bit, but this is very necessary. My beloved brother, welcome. Welcome. Yes, the Lord is my strength. He has been strengthening me. If not, I'm not supposed to be here. I appreciate your presence. Thank you for always coming here. So, what am I trying to say? Meditation helps a lot. When you meditate, bring out time. Like me, each day I map out what I'm going to do. If it is a day I'm going to call my mother or my friends which are not close to me here, I call them. I know the time I make calls. You cannot call me and hold me on phone from morning till night. Some people who wanted to do that, I discard them. Some people will call you, you'll be at home doing nothing, but you will be on phone. They will call you and talk. When you say bye bye, they say you want to leave me, or they will bring out another topic. No, I have a time for everything. Have time, have time of meditation. If you're a Christian, have time to meditate. You are asking God for something, right? Have time, especially during the day. Have time. Say this from so hours I'm going to meditate. Even if you are not praying, just lie down in your bed or your couch or anywhere you find yourself. Keep quiet. Don't think about anything. Just look up. Relax. Relax. Your entire body will come. If you have time before you meditate, have a cool shower. These things help. So what am I trying to say? This reminds me, if you're a type of person that answers call, I call those people busy doing nothing. Answer call from morning till night. This phone affect your fertility. It affects your husband's fertility. If your husband always put his phone in the on the pocket, please ask him to stop that. It's affect the sperm count. So have time for yourself. Stop answering calls. Stop watching movie. Television. Part one will finish, you will go. Your body will be noisy. Something will be happening. You wouldn't know. Because of this stress, you can also have miscarriages. So I hope you are learning. If you apply all these things, it will help you. Myself, I have time. Despite now, I have time. I have time. If it were not my children's school schedule, this 12 o'clock is always when I meditate. I just sit down like this. If I want to study Bible, that is when God reveals something to me. That is when God answers my prayer. Maybe you are the type of person, me. I'm not some people will come and just pray, God, please give me this. God will do it. If I say so, God will not listen to me, because God knows when I'm serious. When I'm serious, God knows. When you are serious, God knows. So whenever I want to ask God for anything, I go in meditation. I just sit down, look onto heaven like this. If I want to cry, not crying and shouting like our Nigerian people, you can cry to God, pouring out your mind to God. And after I do that, God answers me. If it is what God wants to show me, he shows me in form of trance. It will be like maybe during the meditation, or maybe I said the prayer today. After 3 or 2 days, then I will stay like this to look as if I'm sleeping. Everything will happen. When I will know, how I will know that God is sending me message is, I will remember everything. I'm the type of person that when I dream, I don't remember. But anything that I remember is a revelation. If I don't do it, I will regret. So, God answers prayer. God can speak to you. You know, some people always believe when the prophetess, when the pastor, when the I see a lot of people doing all this winch something, and they will tell you, use this to know untie your destiny. Sometimes when I look, I say, these people that are doing this, have they untied their own destiny? God can speak to you if you can make yourself available. I'm not preaching, telling you the truth. You have been struggling to conceive, and you have a God, somebody who gives children freely. You can imagine if your parents, if your father or mother is a president of a country, let me say ordinary senator, can you lack anything? You are not supposed to lack anything, except if you are disobedient. But if you are an obedient child, you will get everything that you want from your father. That is how God is. Anything, if you like, you can put it as a challenge. Anything you want from God, have a quiet time, pray to God. If you know that cry, you cry to people, pastor, pray for me. This person tie you in the village, this. Tell it to God in quiet time, and believe God will do it for you. So this brings us to number 2, signs or symptoms of ovulation. Please, people from TikTok, like, share. If you haven't followed us, follow. Facebook, please, oh, these 34 people make una follow this page. The number two signs is when the implantation takes place. Remember, it's a mighty things that is happening in your body. Your temperature dip and rise after implantation. When the implantation will happen, I wouldn't advise you to do this because it will be a work. Your temperature will reduce, then after the implantation it will rise again. This will be difficult for most of us. So another sign, um people who may not notice implantation bleeding might see cramping. Myself, cramping here, here, here. During this period it will look as if they are hitting drum in your stomach. You will see it, you will hear it. Let me ask before I continue. Is there anybody here who have become pregnant before? Have you noticed these things that I'm saying? If yes, you write it here. Let me see. Let me know. Within that period, I told you people my experience with my second pregnancy. I had appointment with the doctor that day. As I was going home, to look as if they are beating drum in your I was like, what is happening? What is happening? Uncomfortable because it's a mighty thing. It's just like something coming through. You want to attach. The embryo will be struggling to attach itself in the uterus wall. So during this period, that is when you will have spotting and cramping. Okay, Mary say yes. Okay, yes. If you have become pregnant before and you pay attention to your body, you will see it. Even if you don't pay attention, it will happen, but you wouldn't know what it is. You'll be like, what is disturbing me? My stomach. Some people say some will have stomach purge. You will start purging. Yes, this reminds me. During my first this thing, as I was noticing all this thing, I was purging. Immediately I was going to toilet, you know. So these are the things, cramping. The cramp, you notice and the cramping doesn't last long. The cramping does not last. Implantation, once the embryo attach itself, then the cramping will stop. The same thing applies for the implant. Network from Facebook. So the same thing, due to poor wireless connection, your video has been paused. So I'm sorry for people from Facebook. This thing happened yesterday. I wonder why it's happening again. And on my phone, why? So this is what you will notice when implantation happens. What should I do now? I lost people from Facebook because of poor network. So you can join me in YouTube. If you miss me in Facebook, I'm sorry. This thing would have allowed me. How many minutes is remaining? How many minutes is remaining? Yeah, please join me in Facebook and YouTube. I don't know what is happening to my internet. Okay, reconnected. So sorry, I lost you people. My internet, I don't know. Who is helping me? Can I help someone to travel to Europe? I'm not a traveling agent. I only give information to those who want to know more about Germany. I don't prepare any document or whatsoever. So but this thing you're asking me is not what I'm here to say. It's not what I'm discussing here. I'm not talking about life in Germany. You can ask me that question on YouTube. That is the only place that I post videos sometimes. So let me rush this thing before the internet will start its trouble again. I've talked about number one sign or symptoms or how you can recognize implantation is one, implantation bleeding. The second one is temperature dip and rise. The third one is cramping. And I said that cramping when it's happening, when implantation is happening, is something mighty. It's not something that can happen to you that you wouldn't know. It must show you sign, but because we don't pay attention to our body, that is why we we don't notice it. Another one is fatigue. Those here, this thing happens to me whenever I'm pregnant. It's not easy for me. I always have nausea, cold. The cold will never stop, and even if you take medication, it can never stop it. So another one is a vivid dream. Yeah, this happens to people. Watch yourself. If you're among people who when they dream they don't remember their dreams, yeah, like my husband, whenever he dreams he doesn't remember his dreams. But when you become pregnant, you will be having what is called vivid dream. What does it mean? That you'll be remembering your dream. You can say exactly what happens in your dream. That is another sign of implantation. So another one is change in breast size. Of course, when implantation takes place, simply means that you have become pregnant. Your breast will start. If you have these people with little breasts, their breasts will become large. Their breasts will become big, and will be hurting them. So another sign of implantation, sometimes watch yourself. After your ovulation, you might experience waist pain. When I mean waist pain, it will look as if they use iron to hit you at your back, to the extent that it may look as if you cannot stand. Your waist will so hurt you. This is the sign of implantation. You will note how you will know that this is implantation sign is that after some time the thing will stop. It will stop. It happens to me too. It will stop. I'll be wondering, what did I do? What happens to me? Why is my waist so hot? Why am I feeling so hot? You know, like wondering until when you conduct the test. That's only when you will know whether it is implantation. I know why I'm saying all these things, especially that implantation bleeding. It's confuses a lot of people. Some people will see it as their menstruation. There was somebody there was somebody that called me. Was it not last month? The person said, my period supposed to come out in next because implantation happens 2 weeks before your 5 to 2 weeks before your menstruation. I say my period supposed to come on so day, but today I am seeing little spotting. I don't know if it is my period. Why is it coming early? It's not up to my second. Okay, I say don't worry, just keep praying. But I have already known that that is an implantation. So I told her, okay, after 2 days, if you didn't see it again, after 2 days, go and do pregnancy test. Let's see. So after 2 days, she went to conduct pregnancy test, and it happens that it's pregnancy. She became pregnant. So if you watch yourself, you will know that you are pregnant before a missed period. I want to ask, but what is happening to me is someone weird. I want my period on 4th. I want my period on 4th of June. But everything I go on 6th and lasts for 3 days. But this time up to 6 days after that, I started seeing discomfort, but yesterday I did a pregnancy test, it come out positive. How is it possible that I can go to a heavy period for the first 2 days and still? What you saw is implantation. Please, who is this? June. Matamando, send us the pregnancy test so that people will tap from your blessing. You see, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. What you saw, you say you saw heavy period. It's not heavy. That is implantation. Implantation bleeding that happens to you. Some people may experience it for 2 days, but it must not be too heavy. If it weren't, see, let us not be too sentimental about pregnancy. Pregnancy is not something you can assume. If you are not pregnant, you are not pregnant. If you are pregnant, you are pregnant. So you said, how can you be pregnant after 2 days um, bleeding or something like that? And I told you that the implantation sign can last depending on your body. It can last for 2 days, can last for a day. That is normal. But the most important thing is that you are pregnant. Congratulations. Please show us the result. I'm going to read what she wrote. She said, I want to ask, but what is happening to me is somehow weird. I went my period, or maybe she's trying to say I saw my period on the 4th of June, but every time I go on cyst and last for three days, but this time it went up to 6 days. After that I started feeling sick, abnormal discomfort, but yesterday I did a pregnancy test, it came out positive. How is it possible that I can go to a heavy period for the first 2 days and still be pregnant? What you went through is not a heavy period. That is what is called implantation, but you did not recognize it. Implantation, I said, it happens or it occurs um 7 to 12 days of your cycle, of your post ovulation, depending on your body. Some people might, the implantation may take place as early as seventh day. Some will take place as late as, not even late, that is the maximum of 12 days. Then anything that comes on the 14th day is your menstruation. That is why I said you people should mark the date of your ovulation. If you know the day you ovulated, mark it in the calendar. That will help you to dictate the day the egg will be implanted. So I don't know, this is question time. If you have question, please ask. If there's anything that is confusing you from what I said, your question should base on what we are teaching. If there's anything you don't understand in what I have just said, please, you are free to ask. The time start now because I have about 5 minutes to stay here. So if there's anything that you want to ask pertaining what we ask, please. Thank you. I am waiting. I no receive star today. Nobody send star. People from Facebook, can you hear me? TikTok, you can ask me question. I have 7 people watching. Please like. People from Facebook, like. People from TikTok, like. People from YouTube, share. I'm waiting for question. If you have question regarding to what I said, if you miss me from Facebook, maybe your device weren't able to reconnect, come through YouTube, or you can go to TikTok if you are following me on TikTok. So if there is nothing, this topic I treated today, in fact the topic that I started treating since last week about ovulation, is very important and useful to any woman who wants to be pregnant, because that is the bedrock of conception. I don't know if I'm not seeing your question, but I haven't seen anybody asking any question here, which means you guys understood everything I said. Then You people are very good students. You are very good students. So in that case, let me give a word of encouragement to everybody that is watching me. You will see, once I leave now, people will start writing questions, and if I leave this place now, coming here again, sometimes I go to the comment section after 2 days when I have time. So this is why I bring out this time now to interact. I know that this is an odd time. Maybe any day I have time in the evening, if my children will allow me, I may come in the evening just to take questions. I think it's good like that. By then, people who went to work might have finished, and maybe they watch the video so that they will have. I come in many different days. Can I get? You say you come in many different days. I didn't understand what you mean from TikTok. What do you mean? Do you mean that your menstruation come in in different days? Is that what you mean? If it is what you mean, you say yes so that I will answer your question. I don't know what you mean by many different days. I have said it's normal cycle. What you call a regular cycle start from 20 to 35 days. If your cycle falls under this range, it is normal. So if your period come out this month 26, maybe next month it come out either 23 or 27 or 28, it's still normal. Yes, it's normal. It's normal. If it come out different days, what you should do is to calculate it. You can get pregnant, you don't have problem. You can only be afraid when your period is not regular. When it's not coming out every month, that is when you become worried, because in any month that you did not menstruate, there's no chance of you ovulating. So that is when you say you will not become pregnant. But any month that you menstruate, at least you will have hope that you are menstruating. Maybe your ovary will release egg. But if in the absence of your period, that is when you become very worried. Or maybe your period exceeds, passes 35 days cycle, then abnormal. When you sometimes when you talk about regular or irregular, what you mean or what the doctors mean by regular period is that every month your period is regular. If you don't see your period every month, it is irregular. I don't know if you people understand. So my dear friend from TikTok, what you should do is that, and you know that all the months are not the same. For example, we have 30 days in a month, some will have 28 days. So if your period should come out on the 28th this month, you don't expect it to come out on the 28th next month, any month that is 30 days. So as long as it's coming, what you need to do is to um calculate it. Please ma, I want to ask if somebody is early pregnant and here is very cold, can she take hot water? Hope no problem. You can take warm water but not hot. You can take hot water, sorry, warm water, not hot. Of course your baby at this time needs something warm. You should always make sure you dress warm, because you will notice that you will be feeling cold. So don't drink hot water. You don't drink hot water that you will drink that will make your stomach to be hot. No, you are discomforting the baby. And you know, in the early pregnancy, from 1 month, 2 months, 3 months is so delicate. You need to be careful. That is when miscarriage can occur. So it's in form of until it becomes 3 months, 1 month, still in form of blood. So if you can take that hot water, it will discomfort it, but take warm water. Take warm water, dress yourself warm, always put on stocking, make yourself, don't allow yourself to be feeling cold. Who is that? Ada Kelechi. Ada, congratulations. And then you didn't send me the picture. You see, many of you guys have learnt back to know. Many people, they'll become pregnant, they'll just run away, they won't show the test so that other people will learn. Some will just tell me, mommy, thank you for your teaching, I'm not pregnant. You will go, you not send the test so that other people can tap from your blessing. That's why I've not been posting. Yes, people who are following us may think that people are not getting pregnant. A lot of them, in a month at least about 10 people get pregnant. They only write me, they are not sending me their this thing. They are not sending me. It's only those ones that become pregnant unexpected, or those ones that have looked for so long, they will send me their test. But it's always good. I am not eating the test. I'm not using it to cook. I just post it so that other people will tap from it. I could remember one sister, she says, thank you, ma. There was a time you posted the pregnancy test. You said we should tap from it. I used it to pray. And after that month, I became pregnant. So that is the essence. I'm not using the pregnancy test to. I don't know what you mean by hot water, Kelechi. I don't know. I have said warm water. You are talking about hot water. I don't know what you mean by hot water. I said early pregnancy, you don't need. Is it? Do you mean hot water to shower or hot water to drink? If it is hot water to drink, it's not good. If it is even very hot water to shower, I understand what you mean. Like we are in Germany now, it's a very cold country. During cold, when the weather, even up to now that we are in summer, I cannot totally use. You can't even use cold water. I use warm water. Even in the in the summer, you don't use. I don't use hot water like that. Warm water is okay. I see my period every month. This month is come on the 6th. Last month on the 13th. Sometime. I have answered you this question. I said it's normal. It's normal as long as your period is coming. It's normal. When it becomes abnormal is when, what is the time? It's when you do not see it every day. Tessy Amaka also. Tessy, you are welcome. So I'm waiting for one more question, then I will stop. It's normal. What you would do? Who asked me? The names on TikTok, I find it difficult to pronounce. But the person that asked me the question, what you need to do is just to calculate your calculate the circle. If this month is 20-day circle, if you calculate it based on the 20-day circle, if you have 20 days to 21-day circle, you may likely going to ovulate on the circle day 7. Then you calculate the circle based you calculate your menstruation based on the circle of that month and try to work it out. Okay, ma, thank you. Yes, you don't use hot water. You said early pregnancy you don't need much stress. That's why if you become pregnant, your doctor will always tell you to have rest. That is when you need rest, because anything can flush the baby away. So but if the baby becomes 3 months, yeah, you can be assured that nothing will happen to the baby again. But early pregnancy, there is some food that you can even eat that can help you to abort the baby out of against your wish. So that is why you need to be careful. So I want to encourage everybody that is watching me, that has been following me, that have been sharing my video, that have been recommending this page. If you know people who are trying to conceive and but they haven't, share this page to them. They could learn one or two things. If you are watching me from TikTok, please, I'm streaming from with three different apps, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So I just developed that idea before. When I stream only on Facebook, I will go and copy it and that is stressful to me. So it's better the way I'm doing it. So what I want to tell you is this. Like I said, if you want to be pregnant, you have a God. I believe everybody have God they worship, but me, I worship the living God, the creator of the universe, the God that answers prayer, the God that created heaven and earth, including everything and all those small small gods that people worship. So, and he answers when we call. This person say, please, I need a child. Go to God. If you need a child, do the necessary things. Go and watch the video. Go and do the things you need to do. Then ask God to perfect it. I am not God. I don't like this kind of comment. Somebody telling me I need a child. I'm not God. I don't give children. I only teach you how you can become pregnant, what you can do to support yourself so that you become pregnant. I am not God. So do the things that you will do. How? First of all, you want to become pregnant, right? Start taking your prenatal vitamins. Go for a medical checkup, especially if you are up to 35. Go and do hormonal tests. Detoxify yourself. Detoxification is very, very important because it helps to prepare your womb, your body, your jangajantis away so that when you become pregnant, you will not have any issue. The worst thing or the worst nightmare that somebody can have is when you become pregnant and you have complications. That is very, very painful. If you ask people who are pregnant with fibroid, they will tell you, although you are praying to be pregnant and now you are pregnant, you'll be wishing to do away with the pregnancy. Why? Because of the pains, because of the uncomfortable that is the pregnancy is causing you. But if you should do the necessary things, go for hormonal test, check if there is hormone that is not okay, they will treat it. Then you detoxify infection. And if you are a woman that is trying to conceive and you have infection, please go and treat it because the infection may cause your tubes to block. So do this. Pray to God. Pray to God. Stop telling people to pray for you. Stop asking people to give you child because they don't even have, they cannot even add a minute to their selves, let alone giving you a child. Go to God. God answers prayer. And I wish all of you success. Tomorrow I may not be coming live. I have appointment. But Thursday I will try as much as I can. Tomorrow I may post. There's one video I saw, how to detoxify yourself. I have done the video before, but then a lot of people have not started following me. And the way I set my video on Facebook, I set it to be for them to remove it after 30 days. I don't know if they have removed it or there, but I'm still going to post it so that people who are just joining me will learn another method of detoxifying yourself. So, in this regard, I will say goodbye till Thursday. Please, if you haven't share.